Speech writing. A speech is a piece of argumentative text, spoken out before the audience. The speaker attempts to convince the listener about his/her viewpoint. The style is conversational and fluent. Certain informal, but polite, words may be employed which could not otherwise be used in writing. Tips on writing a speech. Just start with a salutation/address to the audience in an easy manner. The introductory statement ought to be emphatic and attention-catching. One may put up a moot question or quote a familiar line. Employ short sentences. Complex syntax should be avoided. Consider the intellectual level of your audience, and plan your speech accordingly. Examples, when given to illustrate a point, should be selected in a way that they may easily relate to the audience. For instance, quotations from Shelley and Blake would not go well with an audience of primary school children. Try to keep the attention of your listeners. Ask questions, use your wit to create humor, include factual data to inform them, etc. The composition style should be clear, simple, exact and amiable. Remember, you want to impress your audience, not confuse or intimidate them. End with a forceful statement or a relevant and often used quotation. Follow with a thank you to the audience for having listened with patience and for their applause. Sample speech. Your class visited an orphanage last week. Write a speech for the morning assembly about your experience there and the need to make such social obligations more responsive and dedicated. Service to orphans is service to God. Respected principal, worthy teachers and dear friends. A child is born into this world, taken loving care of, nurtured and even pampered by doting parents who spend half of their lives bringing the cherub up in the best traditions of their culture. What happens to the child who finds himself/herself to be without this tender care, at an age he doesn't know what this world is? Whom does this unfortunate child turn to? How do they come to terms with the cruel blow they receive, for no fault of theirs? And mind you, this can happen to anybody. This is where the orphanages come in and take up the onerous responsibilities of parents. No wonder their job is a tall order, by no means an easy one. Our social welfare system, especially for orphans and destitute children, is just not responsive and effective enough to give such children a secure, enjoyable and constructive childhood. True, donations are given, charities announced by celebrities and philanthropists, but children in these institutions merely exist as a name and number on the records. The children's education suffers, mostly on account of a deep sense of not being loved, of being unwanted, emotionally scarred by the insensitive treatment meted out by the staffers, who never make any attempt to relate with them with empathy. These children of a lesser God start life at a great disadvantage. Very few make their mark in life and most continue to live at the outer fringes of our societal structure all their lives. What orphans need is not just food, clothes and shelter. They need love, care, encouragement, and companionship to offset the huge chasm of loneliness that they experience, especially in their early years. Orphanages should remodel themselves, rededicate themselves and put in that extra dose of love and compassion which would equip these children better to face life. Every one of us can make a difference, and we should begin now. Thank you.